CNN, obviously Acosta's a CNN reporter. He's their representative. CNN's recent headline basically says that Trump did appear like he was rattled at the press conference, and I mean, like,
yeah, but forget about Trump. I mean, the Associated Press, writers, rooters, whatever the fuck you want, however you want to enunciate it, right?
Yeah.
Everybody who was at that press conference thought that he was rattled.
Now, that's their headline. Trump appears more rattled amid dramatic moves. So, I mean, they continue to go at him.
Eric, 90% of what they write is false.
Well,
so you're saying, Bill, are you saying that 90% of what's written in the press is false?
Of what they write about Trump, 90% is not factual, Frank.
I'm telling you that's bullshit. I watch Trump. I listen to what he says, and I've managed to see that a lot of the stuff that is written about him is factual. I see it with my own eyes. I hear it with my own ears. I'm talking about what comes out of his mouth. I really don't give a fuck about the opinion of an editor or a fucking journalist. I read that, I watched the press conference, and then I read the editorials about him. They were extremely fucking accurate. It was exactly what happened. Now, you need to take a fucking look at the accusation that Jim Acosta fought with the lady doing her job that was trying to get him to sit down.
To take the microphone away.
You got to watch. There's 4 different versions of video out there.
Yeah.
You have to say to yourself which one you believe. I watched the live,
and then I saw it on Twitter, and I think all of them pretty much tell me the same thing. She's got a microphone. Trump's telling her to go get it from him.
And she touched him 4 fucking times. He never touched her once.
No, he said
to her,
she went to grab the microphone. There was definitely contact.
If you want to ask me, Eric, did I find Jim a little overly aggressive?
He was.
Absolutely.
He was.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Did I find the questions that Jim Acosta was asking were wrong? No.
Yeah, but I just felt like when you watched it, he wasn't really even letting Donald finish his sentences. He just kept talking.
Donald, you know what? You're a fan of Donald Trump. That's bullshit.
Right.
Donald Trump hates his guts. Sarah Huckabee Sanders hates his fucking guts.
Well, I think rightfully so.
He attacked her personally, and he also attacked the African-American lady from the Washington Post and called her a racist and told her to sit down. I watched it.
I didn't.
I saw it.
Nobody noticed that one.
You're my friend. Why would I lie to you?
Yeah, because I mean, the Acosta video is all over the place. I haven't seen the other.
I watched it in real time.
Okay.
Acosta was, a little bit over anxious. I guess the adrenaline because he got a chance to finally ask the president not, use a surrogate like Sarah Sanders Huckabee, the questions he's been wanting to ask, right?
Yeah.
And
down 50%.
Told him he was a fucking nasty. He called Jim Acosta a nasty person, or I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember. I can't articulate the exact thing, but he called him a terrible person. And another journalist.
Oh, he told him this after he finally got the microphone away from him, and after he.
Yeah, he wanted to ask his fucking question.
Right.
If I was Jim Acosta, listen. If I was the president of the United States, I would have said to Jim Acosta, Jim, listen to me carefully. I do not know the answer for the Russian investigation because the report has not been filed yet. We'll all find out together.
Has he already said that before or no?
He did not say it.
He's yelling at
him. Soon as Jim asked him his questions, the president became agitated, very aggressive. And then when they finally got the mic off from Jim Acosta, another reporter said, Mr. President, I know Jim very well. He's a good guy. And the president attacked him, too.
He did.
He said, well, you're shit like him.
Well, because, the last thing Trump wants is someone else going to defend Acosta right after that.
There is some sort of brotherhood or sorority between journalists.
I think Trump felt like he was being ganged up on.
was being ganged up on. And
yeah, you have all the journalists that are all together that are asking.
He was talking. He was doing a victory lap, but he was doing it. Listen, I watched the press conference. He was completely frazzled before anybody asked him a question.
I didn't see that.
Well, I did.
Okay.
That's my view. I found him extremely frazzled. I found him ready to go like a cat that's been in the back of a fucking car. Not that I've ever had a cat in my car.
And Frank, why would they let him do it for 90 minutes then? If he was so frazzled.
Trump runs his own fucking thing. I know people who know Donald Trump very well. Donald Trump will not take advice from anybody.
No.
So most presidents, Bill,
I agree.
They have their handlers. They got speechwriters, right?
Yeah.
And they'll say to the president, "This is the topic. This is what you got to stay." And most presidents stay on it. Donald Trump doesn't give a fuck.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't,
He
Frank.
doesn't give a fuck about the truth.
People in the
He doesn't give a
Democratic
fuck about
Party,
the truth.
and
he doesn't give a fuck about anybody but himself. So Donald Trump can walk into a fucking room where 6 Marines just saved 150 people, and he will put a spin that it was his idea.